Hey guys, Brent and Alian here again. We're going to be with our first 750 point battle with Alian's Tau again versus my Harlequins in Dark Eldar.
Lots of guns.
Yes, so 750 points. We're going to show you quickly the board we'll be playing on. So we've tried to make a few adjustments from the last one to lessen the line of sight blocking. So there's still ruins and stuff for cover, but there's a lot less line of sight blocking except at the two big walls at either side, and then the center building. Objectives are Objective 5.
What?
Again, the wife has managed to do this.
What?
It just became 4. Oh, look, it's 4. So you pan away and it becomes 4. So we have 4, 5, 2, and this ruin here is 1. Objective 3, and Objective 6 is right there.
Sorry, had to make a rule to be 6 inches away from the board.
Yep. So that's our objectives. We rolled for sides. Alian won that roll, and she will be deploying over here on this side. I will be over here, and Alian also won the roll to deploy, to choose whether or not to deploy first or second. She chose to deploy first,
yep.
So she will be deploying first over here. Alright guys, so this is going to be my Harlequin and Dark Eldar army. First off, I have a detachment of Dark Eldar. It's a 5-man Kabbalite squad on foot. As you can see, some of them are looking painted, not quite finished, but I'll be getting those finished pretty soon. Next, my HQ, that was my troop choice. My HQ choice is my LeMan. I have a fast attack choice of a Raider. It will be carrying the one of my Harlequin troops. My troop is equipped with 3 Harlequin's Kisses, 1 extra player, so it is a 6-man troop. And the guy with the sword is using a storied sword. So that is a +1 strength sword as well as AP 2 or 3. Doesn't really matter in this game. And that one is part of Sigrak's Jest. In addition to Sigrak's Jest, I have a Void Weaver with a prismatic cannon. And I have 2 jet bikes, both of which have Zephyr Glaives. Next up, I have a cast of players formation, which is Solitaire. She has Mask of Secrets, Death Jester, and I have 3 Kisses and a 6-man troop again. Plus this will be my Warlord. He has Sigrak's Rose, which is another fancier kiss. His Warlord trait was Fractal Storm, so he has a 4-up invuln instead of the usual Harlequin 5-up. And that is my 750 points of Harlequins and Dark Eldar allies.
And now to introduce my 750 point Tau army. I'm going with the Hunter Cadre formation, which gives me extra bonuses such as ambush and feint, which I believe anyone within 12 visions of the Warlord can do a run and shoot movement. Could be wrong, but I believe so, as well as the bounds, well, essentially the extra supporting fire I could get, where anyone within 12 inches can shoot in supporting fire instead of 6 inches. So I'll check that, and if you all know I'm full of crap and describing these things wrong, please let me know. Anywho, so for my Hunter Cadre, I have my broadside battlesuit equipped with a heavy rail rifle and twin-link plasma rifle. Even though he's modeled with a smart missile system, he does not have a smart missile system. I also have...
That's a secret missile.
Not secret missile. I also have my crisis suits. All of them have burst cannons. All of them have a plasma rifle. My fast attack unit, which is Pathfinders and their marker lights. A small strike team of fire warriors with a painted chassis. Let's see if he's the right painted one. Well, 2 of them are painted. I choose this guy to be the chassis here. a giant strike team, along with my warlord, who is the Cadre Fireblade. I rolled on command and got Intimidating Presence, which is, I believe, enemy units within 12 inches of him have to use their lowest leadership, which would be great against most other folks, but I believe the lowest leadership for... Nine, which is still greater than my Tau.
Cabale's not included, they're 8.
No, well, the Koala's are 8, but still. A smaller unit of strike teams. And Shadow Sun with her 3 stealth suits. One of them has a fusion blaster. And Shadow Sun is just equipped with her fusion blasters and pretty much everything that she comes with. Hey, so I have deployed. I have my Pathfinders in this ruins next to Broadside, looking all intimidating like, along with a bunch of strike team bros hanging out on the wall, just staring down anything coming out down their path. I do note that a little risky. I may lose them if someone seizes initiative. But if not, well, at least I have something pointing some way, so that works. Have my crisis suits parting down.
Something pointed some way.
Yes.
Okay.
Me speaking English good. I have my crisis suits hanging out behind the wall with their jetpacks. And I have a giant strike team force on the other side. So I'm a bit spread out, but where I'm spread out is pretty clustered with guns. Lots and lots of pretty guns. Oh, and speaking of guns and pretty things, here is Shadow Sun and her stealth suits, and they're going to be infiltrating.
So I've deployed like so. My 5 Cabalites here in this ruin and 2 hiding behind the wall, because can't quite get any more up there without being obviously visible. The man hiding behind this wall. My troop hiding behind that wall, along with the jet bikes, the raider.
They're all behind walls.
I know, right? It's the Eldar way. We hide behind things. The Harlequins are no exception. But they laugh at you while hiding behind things. They get a laugh at you while hiding.
Sure.
Because they're Harlequins.
Of course.
And the Dark Eldar giggle sinisterly. I mean, I imagine that's what they would do. So, and the Void Weaver right over here too. So, with that, I will attempt to seize the initiative. Oh, I saw the 6. I saw the 6 for a second. I was like, yeah, 2. So,
My turn.
Tau, turn 1. The stealth suits and Shadow Sun infiltrated right up to there.
Alright, so I got objective 1 over there. And
It's in that building, or ruin.
yeah, as you see, I have a few die here to indicate movement, including this guy is going to shamble over here, looking big and intimidating.
Okay. So the broadside moved up. Nope, you can't see anything.
Yes,
you
you can see a little bit.
No, we can't.
I see something. Okay, no, we can't.
See, when you're looking from high, yes, but no.
I am tempted. For him, since he is a big dude with a lot of armor, I think I'm going to use the ambush and feint and try and run and shoot. If not, then he just runs. To be fair, he's a big guy with a lot of armor, so it is what it is.
Okay, so what's next?
Alright, next I'm going to move my crisis suits
Okay,
up.
so they're in jetpack.
You can see one guy in the ruins.
Poor Cabalite.
But the reason I'm moving them is because they also have a bit of armor, and my objective is objective 1, so I'm going to shamble them over there.
Try to get it on objective 1. Okay.
Yep. I'm sure this may cost me.
Never know. See how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
I don't have a lot of firepower on this side of the board.
Alright. And next up, a variety of pre-measured moves. Shadow Sun and her crew are going to come up here.
Okay. So they can all fit up there. It's all good.
Oh, turn around, Mo. Wait, no, this is Mo. You are Curly. Turn around, Curly.
Alright. Then we have a couple move through covers.
Yep, these guys are staying still, so the move through covers are these guys and the Pathfinders.
Okay, so first move through cover for the big strike squad.
Do I? I keep forgetting.
So 7 inches. Real quick, that's 2 different squads. You have a 5-man, or is that your 6?
Yes. I have a 5-man and a 10-man.
Okay. So we're just saying that was the 5-man roll. So you have a 5-inch for them, and then roll for the 10-man, 6 inches for them, and Pathfinders. 6 inches. So Pathfinders and the big squad go 6. The 5-man go 5.
Yeah, they're not going to move off the cover, so that should be plenty.
2 strike teams ending like that and that, and the Pathfinders ending their turn up here. Next up, Tau shooting phase.
Bang, bang. Alright, so I'm going to be using ambush and feints with them.
The stealth suits.
That being, Shadow Sun and stealth suits.
So we have the run move, 6 inches.
What?
So we got plenty. Alright, so going right into the shot that they get. As you can see, they are in the front arc, but they cannot see the front. So it gets a 4-up cover save for being mostly not seen, and then obscured because they can't see the arc they're firing at, so that's a 3-up cover save. So first off, 8 shots, what are they?
Burst cannons.
Okay, 8 shots, burst cannons. Hitting on 4s. Okay, so 3 hits. And these are glancing on 5s.
No,
Nothing.
that's
Okay. So now we have the fusion. What is it?
a fusion blaster from Mo, which is
Okay.
one of the stealth suits.
So fusion blaster hitting on 4s again. It's a hit. Glancing on 2s. That's a glance, or it's a pen. Now I have a 3-up cover. Saved.
Dang it.
And then 2 shots from Shadow Sun, same weapon. Hitting on 2s for her though. 2 hits and glancing on 2s. 2 pens and 2 3-up cover saves. 1 failed, so roll the dice and see what happens. It blows up on a 4. Does not blow up at 4. I think it's stunned. I'll double check that. So that was weapon destroyed because AP1 open topped. So that's adding 3 to the roll. So that makes it 5. Weapon destroyed. Roll the dice. On a 1-2, it's the plasma, or it is the prismatic cannon. 3-4, it is the front shuriken cannon. 5-6, it is the back shuriken cannon. It is the front shuriken cannon. Looks like it's going to be driving around in reverse now, because, why not? The Crisis team, 2 of them can see 1 Cabalite, so they have 2 shots. They can only kill 1, but these are hitting on 4s. Plasma rifles. 1 hit, wounding on 2s. It's a wound, and a 4-up cover. He is fine.
Dang. Alright, so I'm going to try and use ambush and feints with my broadside, but the guarantee that I will be seeing something is not very high. So I'm just going to roll a die, see if I can move to where I could shoot something, preferably Harlequin over there.
Okay.
If not, well,
Alright, so let's roll the dice. He's going to get a 1-inch. He's
Probably.
most certainly not be able to see anything. He can just sort of shuffle just to there.
That sucked.
So, that is it for the shooting phase for the Tau, correct?
Yep.
Alright,
Have some assault moves to make.
so we're going to do some assault moves. So, which one are you going to start with?
Probably Shadow Sun.
Alright, Shadow Sun, so 2d6. Alright, so they can go 9 inches. We'll come back. Crisis suits, are you doing an assault move with them too?
Yep.
Okay, so crisis suits.
Depending on how much I get, they're either going to try and head over to the ruins to get that objective, or they're going to maybe fly back behind the wall.
Okay. 10. So
They're going to try and
pretty much-
run.
Yeah. The crisis suit's ending there to be within 3 inches of objective 1. 1 dangerous terrain though. And perfectly fine. The Shadow Sun is ending her movement right there, hiding again, like the coward that she is.
Hey, stealth suits.
Cowards.
It's not so much a coward, it's just being safe.
Cowards. So, that is it for Tau, turn 1. And with that, we go to Harlequins, Dark Eldar, turn 1. After the Harlequins movement phase, my jet bikes are going to jump up right there. So I have 12-inch move. And there. Move back a little bit, and they're gonna try to shoot some crisis suits. I believe they can only see one, so, and he's in the open, thankfully, so I at least have a chance to kill one. Next up, I'm going to move through cover with my Cabalites. They're going to go 6 inches. Cabalites are ending right there. Next, I'm going to have my Void Weaver, who I'm beginning to feel is not long for this world, so we're going to try to do something slightly desperate with him. Right there, so I'm going to be trying to drop a large blast on that 11-man squad.
I'd rather he not.
Next, this is just going to jump up here, hopefully avoiding any bad things. I've actually decided to move the jetbikes up more because I'm going to go ahead and just have them go for the crisis suits. If they manage to take out the crisis suits, then I will actually consider that a win-win there.
Win-win. There's no win for me.
Well, you would kill the jetbikes, possibly.
Perhaps.
Because they're in the open.
That's cool.
So, next up, I have a move through cover for my LeMan. 4 inches, I'm going to reroll one of those for fleet. 6 inches. The LeMan's turn right there. Next, the troop is going to move forward, trying to get behind this box here. Need their movement right there. Up next, we have the psychic phase. I got to roll for the community dice. Getting 2, so that gives me 3 dice. I'm going to throw all that at, what's the name of it? Veil of Tears. Nope. I didn't want it anyways. I lied. So with that, we go into shooting phase. I'm going to run with the troop here. They have Crusaders, so they get 2d6 when they run, but only get to take the highest. I will use fleet, and they're going to go 5 inches. And I'm just going to use that to tuck them up there. And shooting with the Void Weaver, it's going to be placing a large blast, strength 3, on top of all those strike teams. So we'll see if it scatters here. Ooh, -4, so it goes 4 inches, basically straight that way. What? No, the arrow. Okay. Yep. This is up. So put the center over, keep going. Right there, stop. So we're gonna hit, still gonna hit 4, it looks like. So we have 4 hits, wounding on 3s, 2 wounds, 2 4-up saves. 2 die. So these 2 be the closest, it looks like.
Okay.
And then I have 3 shots from a shuriken cannon on it. These are hitting on 3s, only 1 hit, and wounding on 2s. It's a wound on the 4-up save. Made it. Okay. Next up, I have 6 shuriken cannon shots from the jet bikes. These are hitting on 3s. So, and these are wounding on strength 4, or toughness 4, so we're strength 6, so wounding on 2s. We have a rending and 3 wounds. The closest guy is behind cover, so I'm going to apply the rending second. So this is, so 1 wound and a rend. So, well, let's look distance-wise. No, the guy in the open is indeed closer, but he still would have had the 3-up armor save there. Mm-hmm. So he goes down. So 1 crisis suit down. Next up, I have 5 Cabalites. I do not think they're in 12-inch rapid fire range. We will quickly check. Oh, they are. Yep, so I have 10 shots. Actually, 5, 4, 5. So 10 shots. hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s. So I got 3 up saves on this. 2 failed. So another crisis who dies. It is this guy, because he's closest to them. Alright, and last, my little man does not have vision anymore. So, no shooting there. That does it for the shooting phase. Next, I will be... Well, we have a leadership test here to make.
Yeah.
The suit is right on the edge of that, but we're going to give Alian the benefit of the doubt, so she will not take that -2 penalty, so she has 8 leadership?
Yes.
Yeah. So we have 8 leadership here. And it would have been fine even if it was set, even if it was 6. So, of course, when it, whenever it doesn't matter, is whenever you get the nice roll for it.
Yeah, when it does, it's... but hey, it counts.
Yeah. So, with that, we go to the assault phase. I will be declaring an assault with the... Ooh, do I want to declare an assault? Could declare an assault and get them up there. Let me check distances. Against my better judgment, I am going to declare a charge with the jet bikes. This is going to go horrible, and I know it, but we're going to try it. This guy right here can see these 5 and the broadside are all going to overwatch, along with him, who has a burst cannon and a plasma rifle. Mm-hmm. So that is... whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that is 11 shots hitting on 6s from the cannons. That's strike 5. 2 hits. And these are wounding on 3s. 1 wound. And I do get a 4. I'm going to be jinking because of the possible. Yeah. So I do get a 4-up jink or armor, whatever you're going to call it. Did not make it, so one of them, the front guy, is down to 1 wound, of course. And then we have 2 plasma rifle shots hitting on 6s. Nope. And then we have 2 twin link plasma rifles hitting on 6s. Oh, Jesus. And wounding on 2s. 4 ups. So 1 saved. He's dead. And you have 1 rail rifle hitting on 6s. Nope. So I now need a 5-inch charge. I get it.
Goodbye, crisis.
Maybe. So he's in. And forgetting I need to make a run move, but she is within 12 inches, so run move with the Lemaine. I'm going to fleet the 1. Still 3, so she's just going to go up to there. It's probably 3. Okay, so moving on to the assault. I have 4 attacks. Your toughness 4, yes?
Yes.
So strength 5, so I'm, or it doesn't matter. Wounding on 3s. 3 wounds. Or hitting on 3s. Okay. And wounding on 3s as well. 3 wounds. These are all EP 2, so it is just dead.
Yeah, it's done.
So that is first blood to me. I almost gave you first blood in my own phase. And I will consolidate the jet bikes. 1 inch because God hates me. So I will just use that to tuck him into cover and make a dangerous terrain test because he's fine. Alright. That does it for the Harlequins turn 1. Tau movement phase. Shadow Sun and company are going to go try to kill the villain.
Hi.
Okay, so the strike team.
Yep, they are moving to cover, and this is both strike team members.
Which strike team first?
This one.
Okay, so the 5-man strike team. They're going to go 6 inches. And the 10-man strike team. They're going to go 4 inches.
Yep.
And we're ending right there. And the 5-man are dropping down over there. None of these other guys are going to move, correct?
Nope.
Okay, so everyone else is standing still.
Yep.
So going into Tau's shooting phase. First.
I am going to be shooting with Shadow Sun Squad.
Okay, so we have 8 shots with the burst cannons first, hitting on 4s.
Man. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, not bad. And wounding or glancing on 5s. And I am using my once per game 4 pinball. Not that it's gonna matter.
That's not good.
Okay. So now you have 1 shot with the fusion blaster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Missed.
Wow.
And then you have 2 shots with Shadow Sun. These hit on 2s though, because Shadow Sun. 1 hit. And you get 2 dice, I think, because it's melter range.
Yep.
It's auto glancing. If you roll better than double 1, it's a pin. It's a pin, and 4 pin bolt. Saved.
Damn.
So he's currently hanging on.
Well, let's see how these guys do.
Okay, so next up. So next up, the Crisis team is going to shoot. 7 of them are in rapid fire range. And 1 is not.
Yep, so it's 15.
So it's 15 shots, hitting on 4s. Okay. And glancing on 5s. Ooh, wow. That's better than I was hoping for. So all these are 4-ups. Any go through any dies. He's dead. Nothing's in range, even if it explodes. So, yeah, we're just going to remove it from the table. So that. Oh, and we forgot to mention Alian's objectives were kill a unit and secure objective 3.
Kill the unit.
Yeah, objective 3 was over here, and she just accomplished killing a unit. So that brings us currently to 1 to 2. Next up, we have the broadside shooting here. So we're starting with plasma, is that right?
Yep.
Alright, so 2 plasma shots. Hitting on 4s, hits. And glancing on 2s, because strength 7. 1 glance, got a 4-up cover. Fails, so he's down to 1 wound.
Heavy rail rifle next.
1 shot, hitting on 4s. Missed.
Nope. Alright.
So we're going to shoot with them first.
Yep.
Alright, so we have 5 shots from the strike team. These are all hitting on 4s. Okay, and wounding on 3s. 4-up saves. Made.
Damn.
Okay. She's going to have the Pathfinders. This guy can't see, but the other 4 can. So we have 8 shots, hitting on 4s. And wounding on 3s. And 4-up saves. Saved.
Damn.
He wants to live.
He wants to live to assault another day.
He probably just gets shot out of the sky when he assaults, but yeah. He has 1 health, and in fairness, he might die when he moves out of that cover too, because it'll be a dangerous terrain test.
Fair point. Alright, I'm gonna
I think
try.
that does it. Oh, we have one more thing. So we can do the ambushes and feints thing.
Yeah,
All right.
ambush and feint with the small one.
So we have a run,
Try to see if I could get lucky with that raider.
2 inches. Okay, we'll see where that gets him. The strike team here is going to shoot at my raider. 1 guy is in front arc, 4 guys are not. So we'll have the guy shoot in the front arc first. Hitting on 4s, hits, glancing on 5s, nothing.
Yep.
And the other 4 shots, 3 hits, glancing on 5s.
Oh!
So glance in a pen. However, it is obscured and it has night shields, so this is a 2-up cover save.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do the pen first. It's fine. Glance, fine.
Damn.
Okay. So is that it for Tau shooting?
Yeah, that's it.
And any assault moves with the stealth suits, or are they just going to chill up there?
I'll move them back again.
Okay, so 2d6 assault move. 9 inches. And again, hiding behind the wall. So with that is the end of Tau turn 2.
Yep.
With her objective, she did accomplish killing unit. She did not get on objective 3. Do you wish to get rid of objective 3?
Yeah, I'll get rid of that.
So she's going to drop objective 3. And currently score is 2-1 in favor of the Tau.
Ooh.
Starting the Harlequins turn 2. First thing I'm going to do is have my jet bike. He's going to fly up here and get behind this. Make a nice easy assault on the strike team, and only the strike team will be able to shoot at him. The LeMan is going to move forward her 6. Get her to there. And I need a dangerous terrain test here for the jet bike. Oh god. 4 up. Oh, he dies because...
Oh.
The troop is ending right here. Next, my raider is going to move up this side here. The raider is ending right there and disembarking. I chose not to quite disembark my full distance so that the stealth suits will not be able to participate in Overwatch. However, these guys will still be able to Overwatch, of course. Alright, so with that, we go to Psychic Phase. So we get community dice of 4, or 3, and then I get 4. So I will throw 4 at Dance, or at the Primaris power of, what's it called, Veil of Tears. Getting with 2, so you have 3 dice, you need 2 6s. Nope. So they do a Veil of Tears, that hopefully helps keep them alive. Alright, so we will go straight to the shooting phase. First, my Dark Lance on the Raider is going to shoot at the 5-man squad. Missed, is hitting on 3s. Next, my LeMan is going to shoot at the broadside, hitting on 3s. Misses. The Death Jester will shoot at the broadside, hitting on 3s. Or hitting on 2s. 6s are AP2. Wounding on 2s as well. So 1 2-up save there. Failed, so he's got 1 health now.
Damn.
And I don't think I'm gonna shoot anymore because I want to. I want to get that charge in. It's important. So we'll move to the Cabalites. Oh, forgetting one thing. I forgot to move them. So they will.
Do they have to move for cover?
Oh, yeah. They have fleet too, so 4 is plenty, but yeah, 4 is fine. I just barely moved them over. So, yep, here we go. And I will have 5 shots coming at the Pathfinders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s. Take that. So 4-up saves. 2 die. That is enough to force a leadership test. And him. And you are within that nice 12-inch bubble. So that is it for my shooting phase. Oh no, it's not. We'll come back to this then. Next, I have 5 troop members hitting on 3s with shuriken pistols at the strike squad. Ugh. And wounding on 3s. That is a Ren, but it doesn't do anything because you're in cover. So 4-up cover save. Nope. So, no, doesn't really matter. They're all kind of equidistant. And then my troop master is hitting on 2s. And same thing, wounding on 3s. Nope. Okay. So that does it for my shooting phase. So why don't you go ahead and give me a morale test. It is a 5-up. Oh! I needed that because that was an objective point for me, was to force a leadership test.
They live!
It's not live. They'd live anyways, but
They don't!
I needed them running so that they wouldn't be overwatching. Okay, so with that, I'm going to start my assaults. First up, my Lemain is going to make the charge on your broadside. Would you like to overwatch?
I'm going to think on that.
Okay. So Alian is opting to use the overwatch here on Little Man. Part of that is because this is a 6-inch charge, and she is getting Crusader, which is 3d6 charge, taking the highest 2. Plus Fleet, so she can re-roll those dice as well, and it's only a 6-inch charge, so odds are, if she makes it in, there's no more overwatching anyway, so she's going to try to kill Little Man. So, obviously he's overwatching, so you've got 2 plasma, and so we're going to do the Twin Link Plasma. Hitting on 6s, nope. Re-rolling for Twin Linked, nope. And you have a Rail Rifle hitting on 6s, nope. Alright, are you going to do supporting fire with any of these?
Yes.
Okay. So, these guys, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay. What about them? You'd have 2 guys can see.
No.
You sure? Okay. So we have, let's double check range, but I'm pretty sure that's within 15. Nah, that's within 15. So 10 shots. So 4, 5, there's 10. These are hitting on 6s. That is 1 hit. And wounding on 2s. That is a wound. This is turn 2.
Yep.
So I have a 6-up feel no pain for her. Nope, she is dead. Poor little man. Alright, so next. My troop has an 8-inch charge. There's no overwatching anymore. So 3.
Oh, except me. Oh, right.
Because he's already overwatched. So 3d6. And rerolling 2 for Fleet. That is in. I'm declaring a charge with this troop. I'm guessing she's overwatching, yes?
Yes.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 shots hitting on, or you can rump him in too, because, so I guess that's 16 shots. And they're supporting firing?
Yes.
So 16 plus 10. Jesus, 26. I'd be lucky if anyone lives, but 26 shots. We'll come back after the dice are gone. 6 shots, hitting on 6s. Oh god. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 hits. You definitely beat the odds. Wounding on 2s. Come on, 1, 1. And 5 up in wounds. Ooh! Ooh! I'll take it. 1 dies. Alright, now I have a charge with Fleet. That is in, like so. So let's do the broadside one first. I'm just going to make the attacks with the Shadow Seer first. She's got 5 attacks, I believe. I'm going to double check that. So yes, I was correct. These are 5 attacks because 1 for charge and 1 for 2 weapons. So these are hitting on 3s. Oh my god. And 2s for Fleshbane. 2 wounds, 2 2-up armor saves. Of course made. Next, we're going to go with my Kiss, my Cigarettes Chest. So the red one will represent the Kiss. These are hitting on 3s. Master Crafted. Nope. And these are wounding on 3s, except for the Kiss, which wounds on a 2. And the Kiss hits. It's AP2, so it ignores his armor, so he's dead. And I will consolidate with Crusader. I'm going 5 inches. Dating all into this cover. This guy kind of fell over, and it's hard to mess with them, so they should be squished over a little bit. We'll take that into consideration if it comes to shooting. Alright, next up, I will be issuing a challenge to your Fireblade with my warlord. Would you like to accept?
Sure.
Okay, so accepting the challenge. So we have 3 attacks, or 5 attacks from the warlord in the challenge. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 2s. All AP 2, so he is dead from 3, and 1 more guy dies too. Or it's AP 2 or 3, but I think it's AP 2. So, AP dead. Next up, we have 4 attacks from the 3 kiss guys, and the red ones will all represent the kisses. So all hitting on 3s, and the red dice, like I said, will be the kisses. Now, of course, 2 kisses missed, and everything is wounding on 3s except for the kiss wounds on 2s. So 1 guy dies. Oh, I'll get a sec. 1 guy dies, and then you have 2 4-up saves. Made. Alright, then you get 5 attacks back, hitting on 5s. Five attacks back, hitting on 5s. So 2 hits, wounding on 4s. 2 wounds, 2 5-up invuls. Of course. The one thing they're good at, and okay. Okay, so with that, she lost combat by 1, 2, 3, 4 to 2, so you lost combat by 2. So you owe me a 5-up leadership. Oh, we were sticking in combat. Sticking around in combat. Let's end it for Harlequins turn 2. They got stuck in combat. It's not horrible, but yeah, it's not great. Cabalites are still just chilling over there, and these guys consolidated into here after killing the broadside.
Alright, so rolled for new objectives.
This is Tau turn 3.
Yep. I have an objective to hold 3 objectives, which may not happen. I have another one to hold objective 1, and 1 more to kill a unit during the shooting phase, which I am planning to try to do.
We did this off camera. She moved the stealth suits up so they could see the raider.
Mm-hmm. Just in case these guys don't make it.
Yeah, the strike team are going to try to shoot at the raider. These guys are obviously stuck in melee. Are these guys moving, or are they staying still?
I think they're staying still enough because they could see the troop inside.
Yeah, they can all see.
So, thank you, Windows.
And then obviously the Pathfinders are not moving either.
No, but they could shoot, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
So with that, we would go to Tau shooting phase. So why don't we start with the strike team? So you have 10 shots.
10 shots all at the raider.
Yep, 10 shots. These are all hitting on 4s. And I am jinking. Wow. Holy crap.
Wait, there's 1 more.
Oh yeah. Wow.
That sucked.
That's bad luck. And glancing on 5s. 1 pen. 3-up jink because of night shields. Oh, no. So roll the dice. It could blow up if you roll a 6. Nope, that is 4, which we'll check on that. Okay, taking 1 wound. That result was crew stunned, which means they snap fire and cannot move. However, yeah, it's already drinking, so it's already snap firing. So next, I guess we have the stealth suits are going to fire at it.
Yep.
Alright, so burst cannons first. That is 8 shots.
4. And
These are hitting on 4s. Okay, it's not horrible, but not good. And glancing on 5s. 1 glance. 3-up jink. Saved.
Okay.
Now we have the... You want to start this one first?
Yep.
Alright, so 2 fusion blasters. And this is a melted one. Hitting on 2s. 1 hit. And you get 2 dice because melt to range. It's auto glancing. If it's not double 1, it's a pen. Okay, so that's a pen. 3 up Jake. Made it. And 1 more fusion blaster, hitting on 4s. There's the hit, and auto glancing, so if it's not double 1s, so roll 2 dice. If it's not double 1s, and it's definitely not double 1s because you had a 3. So it is a 3 up Jake. Nope.
Hey.
So see what happens with that. If she rolls a 4, it explodes. Otherwise, it lives. It lives. 3, 4, that is another cruise. No, 3, 4, 5, that is a weapon destroyed. It only has 1 weapon, so now it is basically just floating there with no armaments. No more dark lights. And 1 hull. However, that does not give her the kill a unit in the shooting phase, at least this turn. However, it's got 1 health, so, you know, it's just waiting to die now.
That's true. I did disable it for now. So.
Yes, it is waiting to die. The Pathfinders have 6 shots shooting at the troop. These are hitting on 4s. That's pretty good. And wounding on 2s. Ooh, not as good.
Wow.
And 4 up cover. 1 saved. So, yep, down he goes. There. Okay, so we're going to have them fire now?
Yep.
Alright, so why don't you roll 2d6 first for Veil of Tears. If it's low or measure, but otherwise you're probably going to get it. 7 as plenty. That's heavily within 14 inches. So now you have 10 shots. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 10 shots, hitting on 4s. So, and wounding on 2s. Okay, they're all wounds. Closest guy is him. So, 4 saves. Ooh, oh, that was bad. Okay. 3 failed. So him. Jester. So the Death Jester artist. Our lookouts through the first one. He makes it. So you kill the mook. So unfortunately all my guys left have kisses. So he dies, and then I'll let the Death Jester take 1 wound. I should have done the lookout series ahead, but we're kind of learning, so. Harlequins are very, very hard to actually get to stand up sometimes because they have all these parts going in all different directions. So, especially with one hand, it is very, very hard to move them. I was 3 wounds, or 3 deaths. So, out of an 8, what is it, 6 plus 2, so yeah, 8-man troop, 3 deaths, does force a leadership test, leadership 10, and they're fine. The 2 is guaranteeing that one. Whew. If they had run, that would have been pretty awful. So, moving on, we now have the ongoing melee here. So I will start that one off. We have 4 attacks from the Troop Master first. There's no one to challenge, so these are hitting on 3s. Ah! And no longer fears charge, so wounding on 3s because of the sword. So 2 wounds, 2 just dead. So 2 are dead, no saves on those.
Dang.
Now we got 3 attacks from the other troop members. The red ones will represent the kisses. These are all hitting on 3s. Okay, unfortunately a kiss missed. And the kiss wounds on 2, everything else on 4s. Ugh, and just the kiss hits, so another one dies. Okay. So you now have 2 attacks hitting on 5s. Nope, missed. You now have, you lost what, 3?
Leadership test.
Yeah, so 7 minus 3, you need a 4 to stay. Nope.
Nope.
Initiative roll up, initiative 10 versus 6, or 2 versus 6, so you have to beat me by a substantial amount. So 2, Ooh! I have to check that. See, 2 plus 6 is 8. 6, no, I catch you. That's still 8, yeah. So, 6 plus 2 is 8 as well, so they're dead. No! Oh, see? This is what I'm talking about with the Harlequins. Like, they stick to everything. You think the Dark Eldar are spiky. No, it's the Harlequins that are spiky, man. I'm telling you. Alright, so I'm going to roll Consolidate for them. This is not my Crusader unit. Just 2-inch Consolidate. And I will just have them hop down over here so that I do not get overwatched by them. Assault move for Shadow Sun, 2d6. Come on, low, low, low. Yes, 4. They're not going very far. So Shadow Sun finishing her assault move there. With that, we'll be going to the Harlequins.
Yep.
Turn 3.
Yep.
Harlequins turn 3. I don't actually have a lot of movement to do here. This is basically a floating, burning, whatever. It can't move. It has no weapon, so it's just sitting there. The only movement I'm going to do is attempt to get vision of just the stealth suits. To ensure that I can see the stealth suits and charge, but I do not get overwatched by that 5-man strike team because, frankly, that shit is horrifying.
No.
These guys are not within 12 inches of Shadow Sun, so they will not be able to aid her in fire, which means the only units that get to overwatch will be the 2 stealth suits that can actually see, which will be a burst cannon and lance. Shadow Sun herself, I don't believe can see, but we will check if that she can. I'm going to move them so she can't.
She can.
Psychic phase, the Shadow Seer. I did just so now only one guy can see. So I only have 1 4-shot overwatch, thankfully. Now the Shadow Seer community dice. That is a 5, so I have 6 dice to Alian's 5. Tell you what. I'm going to throw... This is probably a bad idea. I'm going to try it, though. She is in 24 inches. I'm going to try her other psychic power, which was Mirror of Minds. Shadow Sun's leadership is what, 9?
10.
If it's 10, I may not do this. Let's check. I decided to Mirror Minds, but I'm going to Mirror Minds that guy who has leadership 7. So we're going to go 6 dice at it. I need 2 charges. Ah! Really? Wow, how?
Well, that didn't go well. I didn't do anything! Tau don't have a presence, that big of a presence in the warp! We did not do anything! Use on your own.
What the fuck? I'm ignoring my embarrassing shadows here. We have 5 attacks from the Cabalites at the Pathfinders. These are hitting on 3... Yes. 3s? 3s? Yes, 3. Ah! Alright, wounding on 4s.
Wow. I still didn't do anything!
The fuck? Okay.
I think...
So that's a thing now, apparently. I guess I am going to charge the 5-man team here because I don't know, just because.
Not going to charge the Pathfinder?
No, the Pathfinders are assholes, so I'm actually not going to charge. I'm just going to shoot at the fucking strike team for being douches. So we have 3 shots from the... Ooh, we have Death Jester. Yes, 3 shots from the Death Jester. These are hitting on 2s. 6s are AP2. 1 6, so that is a casualty.
Mm-hmm.
And wounding on 2s, so those are 2 4-up saves. 2 die. That is a leadership test at -4 you owe me.
Unfortunate.
And I do believe you're going to be running... I don't know. Hold on. Well, no, you can go and roll, and then I'll pick which way you're running, but I'm still thinking where you're going to roll. That is a fail.
Yep.
So that is a objective to me. And come to me.
Really?
Come to me.
Why?
I wish to give you hugs.
I don't want to hug you.
You want to hug me?
No.
Yes.
See, just several comments. I don't think war actually works this way.
Hmm. Anyway, so real quick, I do actually have a few more shots, but we already know she's failed the leadership test. I have one shuriken pistol from the Troopmaster. Missed. It was hitting on 2s. Then 1, 2, 3 shots hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. 2 more 4-up saves. 6s would have been AP. 1 more dice. And like I said, you're running basically straight towards my guys because I want to multi-assault.
Okay.
So we need to roll how far they're going to run.
2 die.
2 dice. Oh, they're in a hurry.
Enough.
So yeah, they're going to come say hi to me. They like me. Mm-hmm. And they're just going to cozy on up to the wall because within an inch of me. And we will be doing a multi-assault.
Right.
Because to make it for my Shadow Seer's incompetence, you hear that, you're incompetent, this is happening.
Oh, no. My poor strike team. How could you?
I know, right? So, moving on to actually things that actually probably matter, I'm going to declare assault on that stealth team. You have one guy who can see, so that is a 4-shot burst cannon hitting on 6s. 1 hit, wounding on 2s. Wound, and a 5-up invuln. Nope. Guy in front. Squish. So now I need to make a charge, which is probably 6 inches, maybe 7. That is a 7. I'm going to measure before I decide if I need fleet or not. It's a 5-inch charge, so it is fine. They're in. I'm sure they're probably going to die. I'm expecting a death, but I'm hoping cautiously optimistic. So next, we are multi-assault charging. So I auto pass this one, so you owe me a leadership test at -2, or they just straight up die. Okay, they fail. So they're just dead because the assault kills them. They would have failed regardless of anything because that was a 12. Holy crap.
Yeah.
And then they still have 6 shots Overwatch. So 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1 hit and 2s to wound.
Nope.
Nope.
You're dead.
Okay. So I would fail in a double 1. Nope. So they're in. Okay then. So which assault would you like to start with?
Start with the Pathfinders.
Pathfinders. All right. So first off, we have 5 attacks. We'll start with the Shadow Seer. 5 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s, and 4-up armor saves. 3 die. That's all that was needed.
Yep.
So they negated.
Now for this one.
All right. So I will issue a challenge. Would you like to accept, or will Shadow Senna try to avoid this one?
What happens if I try to avoid it?
If you choose not to fight a challenge, I believe the rules are she does not get to attack, and if wounds do get assigned to her last, so she's the last one to be assigned wounds. But the unit does not use her leadership for fallbacks. So instead of getting 10, you would have are they 7 or 8? I think they're 8. Stealth suits, I think they're 8. So you would have the 8 leadership minus whatever casualties you took.
Okay.
So, with that in mind, would you like to accept my challenge or decline? I have a guy with a kiss, and my Troopmaster who's issuing the challenge has the storied sword.
Challenge.
Alright, so Shadow Sun will honorably accept the challenge with the Troop Master. Alright, so we have 5 attacks from the Troop Master, hitting on 3s. Oh, okay. Wounding on 2s. Okay, she's not dead. She just takes 2 wounds. She has 1 wound left. No. She has 1 wound left. Then I have my troop, which are 4 attacks on the charge. One of them is a kiss. So the red one represents the kiss. Hitting on 3s. Oh, the kiss missed. Oh, God. And wounding on 3s. No, 4s. No. 3s. Toughness 3. So, yeah, 3s. 2 wounds, 3 up saves. Okay, so both saved, and Shadow Sun has 1 wound.
Yep.
So let's do the stealth. The stealth suits get 2, Shadow Sun gets 4, but we do have a fear test because Harlequins cause fear. This is 10 up leadership because she did take the challenge. She passes, so she's not afraid. So we're just going to go with Shadow Sun's attacks first. These are hitting on 4s because she was not afraid.
2.
4.
Oh, 4.
Hitting on 4s. Hitting on 3s. Oh, okay, that's enough to possibly kill. 5 up invulns. Come on, 1. Yes, he lives. At least for the moment. Alright, and then we have 6 attacks from the stealth suits. These are hitting on 5s. Oh, man, you were lucky. Hitting on 3s. 2 wounds, so 5 up invulns. Nope, I lose. Need to come back and consolidate with Crusader. That is 5 inches. Going back half a step, the Storied Sword is master crafted, and I did miss an attack, so we'll try. If I manage to roll a hit and kill Shadow Sun somehow, then the Warlord would be alive with 1 health left. But I gotta roll 3 and then a 2, so I'm sure this wasn't gonna happen. Yep, as expected. Closing, I did forget to lower the attacks on my charge because I did multi-assault here. We agreed it wouldn't have mattered. I mean, I have so many attacks in Sigurd X-Row. The Pathfinders are dead, so having 1 extra attack from the Shadow Seer was pretty irrelevant. She still, even if you assume 1 wound wasn't counted, she still killed 2. It's safe to say they would have at least killed the other 1. So we're just going to keep going. Ending my consolidate, kind of getting everyone into that corner right there. Okay, and that is it for Harlequin's turn 3. So far, I have scored First Blood, Warlord kill, and force a failed leadership test. My current objectives still are Objective 1, which is right there, and Objective 2, which is right there. So it's all potentially chance to get it, but no guarantee. So with that, that is it for Harlequin's turn 3. So here we are, Tau turn 4.
So I'm going to move Shadow Sun's crew just a little bit, because depending on the success of these guys will mean whether or not she's going to aim for the vehicle or aim for the Harlequins.
Okay. So if she's only going to move a little bit, it'll definitely be within 6 inches, so you can just shove her group however you want. So there you go, they can still see the raider.
Alright, and now just going straight to
Shooting phase? Okay, so we have 10 shots. There we go, 10 shots, hitting on 3s, and I am drinking. Or hitting on 4s, not 3s. And glancing on 5s. 2 pins, 3 up chink. It is fine.
Dang. Alright, so then we'll go on to Shadow Sun.
Alright, you just want to start Shadow Sun's attacks? Because it'll probably be... Okay, so 2 shots on 2s. Okay, and roll 2 dice at a time. So first attack is a pen, second attack is a pen. So 2 3-up saves, saved. So now we have, you want to go with the burst cannons or the single shot first?
Single shot.
Okay, single shot, hitting on 4s from the infusion, missed.
Burst
and now
cannon.
8 shots from the burst cannons. Hitting on 4s as well. So 2 hits, 5 squints, 1 glance, 3 up jink. Oh, of course, last shot. Edison has an assault move, I guess. Do you want to do that? Or
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where.
I don't know. Don't know today. So
I think I'll just.
you want to roll 2d6 and then decide?
Yeah. Well, I may put her up here.
All right. Well, let's roll and see. So 4 dangerous terrain tests, but first we'll roll 3 for the stealth suits. They're all good, and 1 for Shadow Sun. Okay, 3 up save. She gonna follow the jet bike? Oh, that would have been hilarious. She survived if she survived the duel, only to crash into a wall from blood loss. But
Yeah.
that is it for Tao turn 3. She got turn 4. She got credit for killing unit in the shooting phase, and she is discarding secure objective 3.
Well,
or
secure
hold 3
objectives.
objectives.
Yeah.
Roster forgot Alian's other objective was to kill a Psyker. She's going to hold on to that because I do have the Shadows here.
Yeah.
So in Harlequin's turn 4, I rolled for my objectives, and the 2 new ones I have was to secure objective 5 and hold 3 objectives. Holding 3 objectives is technically impossible for me to do, so that will be discarding that. I'm just putting an X through it now because I can't even do it. And objective 1, 2, and and 5 is over the right Shadow Sun. I don't know if I'm bothered with that or not. I may just hole up and hold on to my points and make her come get me. Move through cover for the Cabalites. We're going to go 4 inches. Ending right there. Alright, I'm going to opt not to move them, and we'll go straight to the Psychic phase. Community dice of 2, so I have 3. I'm going to throw all 3 at... I want to go for Mirror Minds and try to kill Shadow Sun, or I want to make it so you probably can't shoot me. Let's go with you can't shoot me. Getting with 2, you have 2 dice, so you need double 6s. Nope. So, Veil of Tears has gone off, and I will be running them in the shooting phase. Speaking of running, we're going to go ahead and run the Cabalites 6 inches and get on them on objective 1. Cabalites are ending right there, right on top of objective 1. Phase, I'm actually going to stay right here, and my Death Jester is only in range, so I am going to opt for, because he's got a 2 up, so yeah, we're going to have 3 shots, hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s, 3 wounds, and you have 2 up cover saves with this shooting at the stealth suits. 2 up cover. Made them all. So that is it for Harlequins. Turn 4. End of turn, the score is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 4-2 in favor of the Harlequins. No, 3. I missed one, sorry. So it is 4-3 in favor of the Harlequins at the end of turn 4. So we go into turn 5, which could be the last turn for the Tau.
Could be.
Can they make this up and win? Rolling for objectives, Alian has gained secure objective 3 and secure objective 5. She is right next to 5, so the strike team or the stealth suits can go for that. But odds are I will be able to achieve objective 2 on my turn.
Alright, so I made my decision. He has Veil of Tears. Strike team can only move 6 inches. Now I could try and ambush and feint them, but then I would completely lose the chance to get objective 5, and that would put us tied in objective points.
No, I would be winning an objective.
Oh, he would be winning in objective points. So I rather try and make the tie with my strike team, which has greater range but weaker firepower, and then try to move my jetpacks with Shadow Sun forward to do the shooting at the Harlequins.
Okay.
So run
gonna-
through cover with the
so
strike team.
Okay, move through cover to the strike team.
They'll make it.
Oh yeah, there are plenty. They can basically go all the way to that objective now. Like so. So they're now on the objective. So now we have the stealth team and Shadow Sun.
This is dangerous terrain check.
Okay, so we have first of all 3 for the stealth team members. They're fine, and 1 for Shadow Sun. She's fine. That gets them to there. And you say you're going to do ambushes and feints with them?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so we're going to roll for that. 1 dice, 1 dice, 1 dice. 6. There. And they're now opting to fire at my Harlequins, correct?
Yep.
Alright, so first off, we have to make a range roll. She needs a 7, or she cannot shoot.
I can't shoot.
Can't shoot. That is only 8 inches. I will double check, but I'm pretty sure that's not quite. After double checking, yeah, they needed that. You could make an argument for 6. It was right on the cusp, so I probably would have given it to her, but 7 was not, or yeah, the 4 was not enough.
Nope.
So do we have an assault move now, or are we going to stand out there?
I will assault back.
Assault pack. So assault pack it is.
Assault back.
Is that what you said? 5 inches. So remove that. The assault pack move there, and we have 3 dangerous strains for the stealth suits. They're fine, and 1 for Shadow Sun. Oh, I'm hoping this happens. All right, so that does it for Tau turn 5. Yes.
Yep.
All right, so Tau turn 5 is over. It is currently a tie game with score of 4-4. Rolling for objectives, I had 3 to roll on. My first objective 2 was a 12 result, then I got a 22, and then I got a 32. So I now have 3 objective 2s. So if I get on to objective 2, that is a lot of points. So we're going to go for that here. We have move through cover. With fleet, just trying for that 6. It's 5 inches, that's fine. That right there ends their move through cover. Next, we're going to psychic phase. So community dice, I got 4. I'm going to keep up my stalemate strategy. Get Veiliteers of 1, so you have 3 dice to try to get 1 6. You do deny it, so I don't have Veiliteers this turn. Next up, we have shooting phase. I'm going to run 6 inches. That is plenty. And I will have my Death Jester shoot at your stealth suits. Hitting on 2s. And wounding on 2s. There's 2 wounds, 2 2-up saves. Saved both. And that is it for Harlequin's turn 5, scoring myself 3 objectives. So the score now is 7-4.
Dang.
Unfortunate.
Yep.
After looking at it with a score of 7-4 and only each of us having 2 units left on the field, we've decided that there's probably not much way that she's going to catch up. But this was a really good close game. So, you know, she is conceded, but, you know, I mean, it came down to, you know, two units versus 2 units at the end, and neither one of us managed to kill each other off. And it was just, honestly, some luckiness with getting objectives. So.
Yeah, it was very interesting, the fact is that not only was it 2 units, but it's almost like you could argue 2 units of equal strength, in a sense, and nearly equal cost.
Yeah, I mean, you can make an argument that this unit would win in a fight, but I've actually got to get into that fight. The troop is emphatically worse than the strike team. They hit better, but the strike team will ignore my troops' armor. They would get a 5-up feel no pain, which is, they still get a 5-up save, essentially, but I really wouldn't want to risk that fight. The strike team's probably going to win in most cases. So, with that is a victory for the Harlequins, but not an easy one this time. So, good game. If you guys enjoy this, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to keep trying to put out videos like this and let you guys kind of follow our journey through Warhammer. Please feel free to comment if you have any, observations, hints, suggestions, corrections, whatever it is. We generally try to reply to most comments. So, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. And we'll be back with the post-game show right after this.
See you.
Alright guys, that was our first 750 point game. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was a lot of fun for us, I think.
Oh man, that was close.
It really was. Some of our earlier games, the 500 points, were pretty lopsided on some of them. I think our first game was okay, and then they kind of progressively got more lopsided as we went. But this was it was a pretty good game. I think we found a decent balance with the terrain because we kept experimenting with trying to find something that doesn't make it, completely open. Like so that she can just shoot me willy-nilly.
Yeah.
But not so much line of sight blocking terrain that she doesn't even get a chance to shoot me before I can get into combat. So we've been experimenting with that, and we actually feel pretty happy with the terrain on that one, don't you?
Yeah, I think we finally got a good balance between me having a bit of line of sight as well as a bit of more cover for his gang.
Yeah. That was also the premiere of the Hunter Cadre there.
Yes.
How'd you feel about that?
I admittedly liked it.
Well, of course you did.
I do admit that there are several points where I could see in higher point levels or different terrain where my Hunter Cadre and the Overwatch shots would be insanely unfair. I can admit that. I do like how the special rules for the ambush and feint. It gives me a little bit more flexibility in figuring out what can I do, how close I could get.
I agree for the most part. I think it's too much for the crisis suits and the stealth suits. I think it's too much to allow them to do that because they get to move, they get to run, and then they get to assault pack. They get 3 moves in a turn, and that's kind of crazy. I don't know. I kind of feel like almost if they're going to be able to run and then shoot, then they should forfeit their ability to make their assault move. Because it's not like, more or less the assault move but treats them like jetpikes where you can move in your assault phase. But jetpikes can't run or can't turbo boost and shoot because that's kind of broken. So, I don't know.
We have more advanced
I don't really mind the infantry units doing it because it's a nice way to add strategic options to the Tau, and I think that's actually a really cool role for the infantry. But like for the stealth suits and the crisis suits, I kind of feel it's anything with an assault move. I feel that rule's kind of questionable, I guess, in terms of strength. Because you did a lot of shenanigans with the stealth suits. Like I had no chance whatsoever to actually do anything to them the whole game because they were move, run, shoot, assault, move back, and there's no way for me to counter that. Part of the reason I holed up at the end of the game and just stood in cover casting Veil of Tears was I had no way to get close to the stealth suits because I just had a troop on foot. And it wasn't my Sigurax Dress Troop, which my Sigurax Dress Troop can run and then charge. But this was my caster player's troop. My only real hope was to make them fall back with failing from the Death Jester, which is why I just kept shooting. I was hoping to make them fall back and they'd move 3d6 towards me, and then I might have a chance to assault them. But, it's pretty rough to dealing with that because there's no way my melee foot troops are going to get to that. But like I said that would be the one thing. And the Overwatches are scary. I will say every single time I made a charge, I was like, oh god, like I don't want to look because Harlequins are fragile, and whenever you're throwing 28 shots at them, even if you're hitting on 6s, when you're throwing like 20 plus shots at 5 guys. That's nerve-wracking. Like, I don't know. That's silly. The Overwatch thing. I think at 750 points it'll be okay. Possibly, maybe. We're going to have to play some more
see.
games. We could have just possibly gotten... I don't know. Maybe I did make a bunch of invuln saves on that one Overwatch. You had 5 wounds, or 4, I think it's 4 wounds, and I made 3 5-up saves, which was lucky.
You did.
And I only took 1 casualty, but it could have easily been the opposite. It could have made 1 save and taken 3 casualties, and suddenly all the other fights would be drastically different.
I will say that finally at 750 point, I am seeing the fruits of my labor coming to play with the Tau.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I expect. As I said before, Tau kind of seemed to be built on redundancy. The more of points you go up in Tau, all you do is get more shooting and more shooting and more shooting and more shooting. So it doesn't really matter if you lose a strike team anymore, because, yeah, you're not happy. I mean, you lost your crisis suits, like, turn 1.
Yeah, that sucked.
But it didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't
matter, because you had redundancy. You had a Pathfinder team there, you had a Broadside standing there, you had 3 strike teams still, you had a stealth suit team. Like, losing the crisis suit is like, oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Oh, well. I think it actually hurt me a lot more to lose that jet bike, the 2 jet bikes, than it did for her to lose the crisis team. On that note, losing that jet bike to that move through cover was really bad, because I had this in my head. I'm like, okay, I will jet bike, with my 12 inches, jump behind this wall because I could barely make it. Then the only things that can overwatch are those 10 guys. Maybe he takes a hit, maybe he doesn't.
Maybe a little nervous.
But if he lives, that basically would have gotten rid of one of her Overwatch abilities. She wouldn't be able to overwatch that turn with that squad, and it would have made my life a lot easier on my initial charge. But obviously that didn't happen. That was pretty bad. My Shadow Seer, that was awful.
The luck has turned.
Yeah.
Now luck is on my side.
And then that was a really bad turn. That was pretty. It was a fun turn.
Really sucked. But it was amusing.
I mean, like I said, but it's dice. You get lucky. You don't get lucky. I mean, it is dice. What happens is,
Like I mentioned before, the fraction that I put up.
What was it? You also passed 2 5-up leadership tests. Yeah,
that was
kind of crazy.
Really weird. Like I said, it's 30. It's like 33% strategy and 66% luck, and this game completely once again proves that.
Like I said. But yeah, no. Back to what we were talking about. The 750 points was definitely a huge bonus for the Tau. And I feel like the higher point values we go, the more lopsided our matchup here is going to become. And at 500 points, I kind of have the advantage because at 500 points, I kind of have the advantage because there's no Cadre and it's such a small point value. She doesn't have enough redundancy to deal with me wiping out a big strike squad or even a crisis team. Like it's like, oh god, that's the end of the world because I lost that unit. But as we continue to go up in points, losing a unit doesn't phase her as much. But losing, especially if it's a Harlequin unit, for me, losing a unit hurts a lot. All my shit's really expensive, and it's hard to get it into combat versus her. So
I do find that a lot of your units tend to be
fragile too.
Fragile and specialized. They have their unique abilities, which are fantastic on their own, but once you lose them, those abilities are gone, and there's nothing that can make up for that. So I do understand what.
Because I don't have the redundancy built into my army that you do. You lose a guy who shoots. Oh well, there's
another guy.
I have all these other guys
right there.
Shoot. Like for me, if you were to kill my Shadow Seer, like I now have no psychic, or you kill my jet bikes, well now I have no way to quickly get across the board.
That's Jester dying.
Jester dying. I have no way to mess with your leadership. Like everything I have is very specialized in trying to accomplish one thing really well. But whenever it all works, it's amazing. Like I mean, if things go according to plan, it's like it does its job. I mean,
amazing for him, and I end up in a corner.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, it's the downside to being specialized like that too is your opponent can pick and choose what they find threatening, and they're like, okay, I'm going to kill that, and I do have 2 troops, but once one troop is dead, one troop can do the charge and can run and charge, and the other one has that Crusader, so they get 3d6 on runs and charges, and regrouping, I think.
Yeah. Well, I was shown towards the end. I was completely worried about that 3-man troop going like, there they go. There goes Shadow Sun and her stealth units.
And honestly, that probably is what should have happened. But again, like I said, that whole turn was just that was basically the dice giving me the finger for that entire turn because nothing went right that turn. But if things had gone a little bit more statistically, the game may not have ended as close as it had been.
Perhaps.
And it could have ended up, it would have been a good game up through turn 4, and then me kind of finishing her off turn 4 and 5.
Oh.
But since, that didn't happen, it turned the game into sort of a stalemate at the end where I was just sort of playing for objectives, sitting on Veil of Tears, because there's nothing I could have done to catch her stealth suits, and leaving my cover hidey hole would have been suicidal. So
yeah,
there's no reason for me to do that.
I think in the end, if you didn't have the objectives, honestly, on that last turn, Veil of Tears hadn't gone off, and
you still would have needed 18 inches though. So
that's true.
That was that Shadow Saber was just awful that game. Like that was insane. But anyway, so I mean, I don't have any other thoughts. I will say that, like I said, the Overwatch thing, that 12 inches, that's crazy.
I do think I will, like I said before, as much as I appreciated and enjoyed the Hunter Cadre at this point level, and with the terrain that we had.
Well, the Hunter Cadre is fine at this point level, I feel.
Yeah,
it's very challenging to deal with.
I don't think any higher is probably going to be a little much.
We're playing by ear. I mean, it might still function fine at 1,000 points. We don't know, but we're going to play it by ear with that. 750 points, I think it's okay. Mm-hmm. If we get to 1,000 though, and if you're at another 250 points, you're going to add like 2 more strike teams or something.
Probably.
Or maybe another crisis team or whatever it is.
Piranhas.
Yeah, well, the Piranhas can't Overwatch. But no, so, I mean, if you bring anything else that's Overwatching, like any charge I make, I'm going to be getting like 30 shots at the guys. And, you throw enough shots at something, hitting on 6s, wounding on 2s, nothing's going to actually make it. So it's a little bit, I don't know. It's very hard to deal with. As you kind of saw with me, I was kind of trying to game some of the rules where I'd kind of hide behind the building, just on the edge, so that on one of my charges the stealth suits couldn't overwatch me. That was the one that she got 5 wounds or 4 wounds, and I saved 3 of them. So if the stealth suits had had another 12 shots, I could have had nothing at the end of it.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's absolutely brutal. If I hadn't tried to game the rules like that, this would have probably been a stomp the other way. I really think I had to play really smart. If I hadn't played smart, I just charged across the board, I would have died horribly. I think at 500 points I could have sort of just ran across the board, but 750 with all the redundancy and Hunter Cadre and all the Overwatch, it's a little crazy.
All the shooting shenanigans.
Yeah. So, like I said, we'll have to see. Maybe, like I said, it's possible it didn't feel like it with the dice, but maybe this game just went super well in my favor, and our future games are complete one-sided stomps from a Cadre, and if that's the case, we're looking at the Cadre more in depth then. But for now, I think it's okay, at least 750 points. And if it's fine against Harlequins, I'm sure going to be fine against the other people we're playing against. Because I'm the one who probably suffers the worst from it, because I don't think anyone else in our group is playing a melee heavy army.
I don't think so.
We have another person who is interested in joining our group who's going to be running Chaos. Mm-hmm. Was Space Marines Chaos, or just like Chaos Demons?
Space Marines. I think it'd be Chaos Space Marines. I'll have to talk to him. Space Marines,
yeah. Okay, so either way, I'm not sure what it is exactly, but he's interested in joining a group as well, which still hasn't met, obviously.
Yeah. I'll be interested if another person that we've talked to gets their Necron army and fighting them with my Tau.
So Necrons are still coming. So there's guaranteed to be Eldar Necrons, Harlequins, Tau, and potentially Chaos. He's interested. He's checking to get hold of his army right now. And he's someone who's played before, but he does his army's in storage, so he's checking on that. And still have one other guy. Apparently he's been, according to one of her coworkers, the guy's been collecting the models for a while, but hasn't really played too many matches with them. But apparently he has silver armies, so I have no idea what we're going to see from him. We'll find out probably. On that note, the meeting, our first group meeting, hopefully, assuming something doesn't go horribly wrong.
Hopefully.
Will not be this week, but the next week. So you're probably going to end up seeing at least one more game between just me and Alian, unless maybe someone from our group decides, hey, or stop by in the middle of the week, and in that case you may get to see, another match between a different army, either between Alian's Tau plus that person or my Harlequins plus that person. Either way, we're filming that video if someone, if one of the people from a group decides they want to play a match. And as I said, but otherwise you're going to get at least one more video. Most likely would be me and Alian, but you never know. Someone might be like, hey, sure, playing the weekday. And after that, we'll probably get hopefully at least 2 videos, I'm hoping, over that weekend. And after that, I'm aiming to get 2 videos up a week. We'll see. But for now, it's 1 video a week until the first group meeting. So.
Yeah. Although we did post that painting video.
Well, yeah, I'm at game.
Okay.
And yeah, you guys will probably end up seeing some more painting updates for sure. Just to give you a heads up, 1 sec. So, I have actually sort of finished deciding and more or less finished one of my Cabalites. I ended up sort of, he's pretty dark there. Let's take the camera. So, as you can see, my Cabalite here, he's more or less finished. I don't think I'm going to do too much else to him. But I kind of used him as a test model. I went over him like 4 different times with different colors and things. I wanted, to test different paint schemes. I already knew I kind of liked the red stuff. So I kind of, I did that to all the models initially. And the same with the green eyes, and there's some like gold trim on the heads. If you want to hand me another one of the models real quick.
Sure.
Give me one of the ones that has a symbol. Where's this kind of symbol? No, give me, yeah. But, yeah, as you can see, like, there's, the silvers on the chain, the red scaling, and there's some bronze there. And then, just as an example here, you can see, like, they have symbols on top of their helmet, so those are done in, like, a gold fleck as well. He isn't completely, finished yet. Obviously, I haven't touched his gun or anything, but this guy is who I've used all my test work on. So hopefully all the rest of my Cabalites will end up in his standard. After that, I haven't decided what I'm going to paint yet. It's either going to be the Raider, or I'm going to work on maybe the Void Weaver, something that's like a larger check pattern, because I think it'll be easier. If you can, I don't know if you guys can see. I kind of did some work to try to get the gems on there looking decent. I kind of looked at some tutorials on how to do that. Hit it with like a really dark coat, and then kind of graduating lighter green shades, which I kind of did by mixing, green with black, straight up green, then green with white, etc., etc. And tried to sort of make these little 3 gems on the gun look kind of cool. But anyway. Like I said, you guys will be seeing some more painting updates, obviously, probably next week as well, as we continue. But he's sort of my test model. Hopefully most of them will be done to his standard. And then you guys will see some much cooler looking things on the table as opposed to our current just white and black models.
Yeah.
So, all right. As usual, guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy and like the channel, please like, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Good night.